Addison Rae appear to be Instagram official. Here's everything we know. I'm Gabby Conti.
I'm Gianna Rosenberg, and this is your 24/7 celebrity news. Addison Rae and Bryce Hall, or Bradison as fans call the couple that is constantly denying they're a couple, seem to make this relationship that they deny Instagram official. The two admitted to going on a date last year. Then they said they were no longer dating, but over the last few months, Bryce and Addison have really started acting like a couple. From protesting for Black Lives Matter together to what looked like a dinner date at Boa, a fancy West Hollywood steakhouse, to flirting publicly on social media, to paparazzi pics of the two holding hands and even kissing. But when asked if they were dating, Addison just told the Hollywood Fix that they are not dating yet.
And we were hanging on to that yet. And their post at the same time last night on Instagram really made it seem like yet has finally come.
Literally minutes apart. I was on my timeline on Instagram and I was like, oh my God, she posted this photo.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, Bryce posted this photo. Oh my God, that was huge. Me and Gabby text each other immediately.
Immediately, of course.
And yeah, wow. I mean, super cute. They obviously had a little couples photo shoot.
Yes.
And I'm saying couple. I'm saying it.
I'm saying it because, I mean, it's definitely what they are putting out into the universe. It's what it seems to be happening. I mean, and we look at their timeline, right? So it was almost a year ago that they had went on that date to Katsuya,
Yes.
right? Okay, and then they were hanging out a little bit, and then there was like another girl in Bryce's videos, and then it seemed like they weren't together,
Morgan.
right? And then Addison had said on Entertainment Tonight or Access Hollywood that they are not together.
And here, she said it here too.
She said here that they are not dating, and then they we didn't see them together for a beat, but then I feel like the Bradison rumors started boiling. After Bryce's arrest, it feels like, right?
Definitely. I think that's when they kind of rekindled
Yeah.
and rekindled publicly. You know, it was like around the protests, around his arrest. But I will say, like Gabby was just saying, this relationship or really good friendship dates back a long time. Like, it's almost a year ago when Addison came to LA, she met Bryce. When I spoke with her here at Hollywire months ago, she literally said, she came here, she met Bryce. They instantly had this really good chemistry, really good connection. But they started out as really close friends that got really comfortable really quickly.
Yes.
And even just sitting and talking to her, I'm like, I can just see it. You know when someone likes someone, when you like a boy or a girl, and you can just see it, So I was like, okay, this is not the end of this. This is merely just the beginning, and here we are.
And I feel like you can see it too. We also see a lot of the Hollywood Fix catching up with them after they're having these dinners together. And in the past 2 nights, they were seen at Saddle Ranch together, and then they were just caught at Catch.
Yes.
Which are 2 places you go to be seen in West Hollywood. Those are not places to just grab a casual bite. Granted, yes, they were with other friends, but it just really seemed like there was something more.
Yeah, always. I mean, and they're going to these fancy restaurants too. Like Gabby said, in case you guys don't know, but Boa Steakhouse, Catch, Saddle Ranch is a little more chill. That's kind of a more fun place to go. However, very sceney Los Angeles, Hollywood places that if you're in the public eye, that's where you go when paparazzi might be outside. And they're always together. It's not like they're going in separately or leaving separately.
No. They left Catch last night together. After posting the picture, they were at Catch, and then they left in a black Tesla SUV, which I think is Bryce's because I've seen Bryce drive it.
Oh, now Bryce has a Tesla too.
I don't know. Or maybe there's one TikTok Tesla that keeps on getting passed around. Is it Dixie's? We know Dixie had a Tesla at one point. Yeah. But Addison was driving, Bryce was sitting shotgun, and they left together. And I think when we saw them at Saddle Ranch the night before, they seem to have left separately.
Very giggly leaving Saddle Ranch before. I'm sure you guys have seen paparazzi videos by now.
Addison's always and she gets real, both of them, when they talk about each other, you can just tell that even though they're saying we're not dating, there's just such this energy and this glow, which is telling a completely different story.
100%. Before we move on, if anyone knows what's up with the TikTokers and Teslas, please let me know. Because they're all driving Teslas, and it's mind-blowing.
I'm looking at the comment, a lot of comments right now, a lot of Bradison shippers coming in. People are going crazy. They're so excited about this. We're really excited about this. Also, I don't know if you guys heard this, but Addison has a podcast with her mom, right? And she just released another episode yesterday, or no, 2 days ago, beginning of the week, she released an episode, and this episode was all about dating.
Ooh, I have to listen. I haven't listened to this one yet.
And so Sherry was talking about how she met Addison's dad, and Addison was talking about what she considers a date, and it's interesting because she's kind of describing the situation she's been in with Bryce without saying his name, obviously.
Okay, again with the subliminal messages.
So about these photos, okay, so Bryce and Addison, they both posted these steamy shots of them embracing each other at the exact same time on Instagram last night, which one could argue is them announcing that they are together. In the shot Bryce posted, he's hugging Addison from behind, who is holding his arm, and he captioned this photo, "Bad Bleep," which is part of the lyrics of the Kid Laroi song about Addison, "I Need a Bad Bleep," Addison Rae. It is also what is on her merch currently that she just released. And of course, the comment section blew up with their friends and fans expressing how much they ship these two. And then at the same time, and we're pretty sure exact same time, Addison posted a similar but different shot of her and Bryce with her smiling over his shoulder. She captioned this photo with an eye emoji, lip emoji, and then eye emoji. And then again, fans and friends are showing support for how much they ship these two. I'm trying to decode. What do you think that eye, lip, eye
Okay,
means?
it's a trend. It's a trend. Everyone's doing it. I don't know what it means. You guys know we're like with these emoji trends and all these these things. Like I'm always a little late to the game. So like literally, please comment and let me know what that means because it means something like good. Like it's something like teasy and good. You know. So
well, Ziva, we're gonna give you a shout out because you just asked for one. But if anyone else, we'll give you a shout out if you can tell us what the eye, lip, eye means because we really want to know what it is. I mean, I guess directly it's ILI.
I've tried to decode it in my head. I really don't know.
Or ELI?
I want to think it's like I kiss. I don't know. I do not know.
Eye for an eye, kissing an eye.
Yeah.
Just looking to see if anyone has what it is, and I'm not seeing anything. So if you guys know, let us know.
Please let us know.
We want to figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely do seem like they're a couple.
Totally. I mean, I feel like he's wearing her merch.
Yes.
That also is a sign to make it official. I mean, they're also supportive, but you know, like when your boy's wearing something that's like represents you or vice versa, that's also a sign that you are like very much so together. Also, we need to get these sweatshirts, Gabby.
We need these sweatshirts. I think the next time we do the news, we should be wearing that.
I need a bad bleep.
Yeah, I need a bad bleep. I think we should be wearing these sweatshirts.
Exactly.
And you know, Bryce has also been wearing this red trucker hat a lot. And when Addison and Bryce were at Saddle Ranch, she was wearing his hat backwards. And when the Hollywood Fix picked up, like, was he like, he was like, "Is that Bryce's hat?" And she was like, "Yeah, I was just holding it. Like, were you?"
Yeah, it's like part of me wonders though, you know, why is it's like you post these photos, you guys are commenting on each other's stuff, you're very public, you're like kissing and holding hands. You know, when people ask you, like, is that even something as simple as, is that his hat? Why I wonder why Addison is so hesitant to be like, yes, it's Bryce's hat. Like, obviously, you know?
Maybe from her podcast with her mom when they were identifying what dating was, her mother said that she thinks a date is when a guy specifically asks you out on a date and it's not just like hanging out or grabbing food.
True.
And it's one-on-one.
True.
So perhaps Addison is saying that they're not dating because maybe Bryce and her haven't recently gone on a date. Official date. Yes, they were at BOA by themselves, but like maybe there hasn't been, maybe Bryce has never been like, "Hey, can I take you out on a date?" And perhaps that is why Addison doesn't think they're dating.
You know what? You tell me this all the time, Gabby. Maybe he's just learning. Sometimes
wait, I just got our decoding.
Oh, good. Is this
where was it?
Oh, it means simp. Okay, but again.
No. Does it? Yeah.
Yeah, it means simp.
It means
but
simp,
again, you guys, that's another trendy term that I just don't fully understand.
It's like,
simp.
it's like the weird, it's like you're making a weird face. It's like a weird face. So you're like eye and your like lips are making a weird face. Simp.
Okay.
Well, there we go.
Okay.
There we go. I guess it's not as scandalous as we thought it was.
Yeah, definitely not. Not what I was thinking.
I mean, but you guys, do you post pictures like that with your guy friend at the same time?
No.
And the point of doing that is to let people know that you guys are just friends? Like, there's something more to that, for sure.
But you're so right about the dating thing. I think, you know, it's important for us girls to like set the standard at the beginning. So I feel like Addison might be just giving off a really good lesson for ladies that it's like, this is not what I call a boyfriend. Until he does X, Y, and Z, he will be my official boyfriend, and I'll scream it off the rooftops. Like, I kind of understand that, you know?
Okay, yeah. And that does make sense because, you know, Bryce had said that Addison makes him the best version of himself when they were dating. Like, she was such a good influence on him. So it's kind of like, okay, well, what is Bryce bringing to the table?
Right.
You know, how is he bettering Addison's life? Yes, he does help her with the business side of things, I feel like, and he's like a great kind of guide through that. But like, what is he doing? He really should be showing off that, he's a gentleman taking her out. And
totally.
You know,
and I think like even through covering these two for the months that we have, we've seen Bryce grow a lot though.
Yes.
We really have, you guys. I mean, even the way how he handles things in interviews, like obviously he kind of said something weird in an interview about Addison the other day where he was like, well, we're not dating, but and then he backtracked and was like, well, we are talking, and like, you know, that was weird.
He said they were talking, but like in a way that they're like hanging out or something more.
And then Addison was like, boys are confusing.
Yeah.
So I think that was another kind of step back maybe for Addison.
Well, there used to be a lot of, and there was a lot of cryptic Twitter tweets. They used to like both tweet these like really cryptic things. Where it was like obviously about each other. So I don't know.
I mean, you know, we're just figuring out as we go with these two. But anyway, so after posting those 2 pictures on the gram, Bradison was spotted leaving Catch with a group of friends, including Taylor Holder and the Nelk Boys. Those are Bryce's like favorite group of YouTubers. Bryce and Addison left together in a black Tesla SUV with Bryce sitting shotgun, wearing Addison's Bad Bleep merch. When the Hollywood Fix asked about the photos Bradison posted together around the same time, Bryce asked if they liked the grams, and the Hollywood Fix said it was nice. Did they tag team the pics? To which Bryce said he was using that word wrong, and Taylor agreed.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Like, anytime the Hollywood Fix gets involved, you guys, it's hilarious.
It's
like,
so
I just feel
hilarious.
like it's kind of almost a bit in itself.
It is,
you know?
because I feel like they always see them coming and they're like, oh man, Hollywood Fix is here. Like, okay. And they always are so nice to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty funny. They were just at Catch. I think it was also really funny that, I mean, they've been hanging out in groups, which at the same time I think doesn't necessarily friend zone them, because when you are dating someone, it's important to
Hang
like
out with
hang out with their friends.
Also, obviously, as you've seen in a bunch of photos and TikToks, Addison is very embedded with these boys. She's making TikToks with Taylor, with all the Hype House people, with a lot of the Sway boys. You know, so I think it's cool that not only can they maybe date Bryce and Addison, but they're just so embedded in each other's lives already.
And they're supporting each other's friends, which I think is so great. They're supporting each other. Actually, when they were leaving Catch, Bryce was wearing the Addison sweatshirt at the same time, which I thought was so cute. And I mean, and Addison looked like she was dressed up for a date. She didn't look like she was dressed up for a casual hang. Granted, Catch is a little fancy,
Catch
but like,
is nice.
But like every place in LA, I feel like you don't necessarily need to be like dressed up. So it kind of gave me the vibe that it was a date night, especially since they left together.
I mean, anything goes for clothes in LA. It's like completely wild here. However, that being said, I feel like Addison always looks amazing.
She does.
And anytime she's with Bryce, she looks really nice.
She
looks really nice.
And that is what you do when you like have a crush on someone. I feel like you always try to like put on your A game.
Definitely.
And then they see who you really are, just someone in sweats with zit cream. But like that's my life.
I've seen so many photos of them with Addison with like wet hair when she's like has no makeup on with Bryce. I really feel like they have this level of comfortability, whatever it may be. That is really cool, and I think that's what makes us ship them so much. Like this is why we love them, because we see them just being their complete selves together. It doesn't just look like it's like this photographed glam makeup look all the time, you know?
Yeah, like there definitely is a reason for it.
Yeah.
I also wonder, because Addison's family is here in Los Angeles, and to my knowledge, Bryce's family isn't, I wonder if he's also been spending a lot of time with her family, less in a like relationship way, but more as like the Esterling Lopez's kind of acting like his surrogate family to make sure he's in line post-arrest, which would explain why they were leaving together, and would explain that maybe they just have been spending a lot of time together and are perhaps working towards a relationship.
You had a theory not too long ago that after Bryce got arrested in Texas, he came back to LA. I think he was like sorting some things out with himself. You had a theory that he was living with Addison Rae's family.
Wouldn't he want to be under some parental control? Or wouldn't his parents, if they were, and also maybe his parents are quarantining somewhere else. I don't know, where's he from?
I'm actually not completely. Oh, I think he's from Maryland.
Maryland. So that would explain. Yeah, that would make sense. If his family's in Maryland, they're on the East Coast. It's really hard to travel across the country right now. If people travel across country, they tend to be driving. That's a very long road trip. So it is possible that like Bryce's parents, after the arrest, like spoke with the Esterling Lopez's and was like, hey, can you just keep an eye out for Bryce? And I feel like that family is such a tight unit, and we know that they were such a support system for Addison when she moved to LA. They all moved out to be with her. I could see them having a very similar relationship with Bryce, and just making sure that he doesn't like do something stupid again.
Absolutely. And I mean, clearly both Sherry and Addison's dad are very good parents, because Addison is just like the most humble, kind, like down to earth. After hanging out with Kourtney Kardashian for weeks, like the girl hasn't changed a bit. Okay,
and I think we were a little worried because like not any like shade on Addison, but just like if we started hanging out with the Kardashians, I know I wouldn't be the same.
I'd be like you know already.
And like, so we kind of were like, oh man, I hope she comes out of this like, and she's the same person.
We
like,
literally said that. We were like, please don't change Addison.
I get it. Like that's such a cool experience with your poosh smoothies, and you're like, I wish that was my life. Like, are you okay?
Yeah, but she's still the same, you guys, and I'm here for it.
Yeah,
so
me too.
It's family. I believe that has a lot to do with how you were raised.
I think so too, and she has a really solid family, and we just love them. We love that clan. They're so great. So something also to keep in mind here. So the day before Bryce and Addison went Instagram official, or so we're saying, they were spotted leaving Saddle Ranch with a group of friends, and the Hollywood Fix was there too, and asked when Addison's pouty animal merch was dropping, which is a collab between her and Bryce. Addison did confirm that that merch was going to drop and happen very soon, so there is a chance. There's a chance. I hope this doesn't let you down, Bradison shippers, but there's a chance that those Instagram official photos were just promo shoots for the merch. Let's not forget that Bryce did do a thumbnail of the two of them almost kissing to promote his new YouTube video. So I wouldn't put this past Bryce. I feel like Addison wouldn't do that. I feel like she wouldn't play with her heartstrings that much. But I could totally see Bryce doing this. So it's a possibility. I don't want it to be the truth. I hope it's not the truth.
Yeah, that is a very good possibility. I'm going to play devil's advocate with you on the fact that I feel like Addison wouldn't play with her heartstrings that much. However, I think she's really good at this social media game.
Yeah.
I think she's super good at it. I think she knows what's working, and she's definitely using that. Bryce and her relationship is working. I think Bryce is just head over heels in love with Addison, and he'll do whatever she says.
I feel like that
From
too.
my experience with both of them, literally in person / from covering them from the beginning. I mean, I feel like he is just like, whatever this girl says, she's got, you know?
And I feel like in a way, this is his second chance, right? Like it didn't work out in the first time. Like this is his second chance to make it work. So I feel like, yeah, he's on his best behavior, and he's also trying to like change and like be a man for her, which I think goes back to why we're not getting an official "she's my girlfriend, he's my boyfriend" thing. Because I feel like she's just waiting for him to like be ready to like be worth it, you know?
Yeah, and again, you know, we've talked about this before, but in the public eye, it's so much to come forward and be like, this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend. And so as frustrating as it is for us, we have to take a step back and realize like a lot of pressure goes into that. And you might wake up the next day after you make this big announcement and you're like, oh my gosh, what have I done, when millions of people know. So yeah, you know, it's kind of comparative to telling like your family about your boyfriend. For us, I know that's like, it's a big deal.
It's a big
like,
deal.
You know,
you want to make sure he's legit, you know, he's a good, that you also are on the same page, that you're working on yourself. I mean, and it is also a big relationship obstacle when you're getting out of a relationship and you like have broken up and then you get back with someone that you ended things with. Like there's a lot of work that you need to do before you're like official, before the relationship is solid. So it does make sense of why they are taking the time to release this news publicly, to make it a thing, to say we're official, because they probably still have a lot of work to do.
Totally. And I mean, yeah, and I think the best relationships, honestly, are the ones with work to do. I think sometimes you try things and you have this amazing chemistry and you fall in love, like, you know, and then things happen that don't make you super happy, so you walk away from it. If you can come back together, I think that's sometimes the exception to the rule when the strongest relationships happen. And I really do think it might be Bryce and Addison, you guys. I think we're gonna see this relationship be real really soon, if not already, if this wasn't a super IG official post. And then I think we're gonna like see them for the long haul. I'm talking like beyond Jake Paul and Tana Mojo, like the real thing. I just feel like Addison's so real. So I don't think she would do anything just to do it also.
Well, I hope we do see them for the long haul. I hope it does happen, but also we have to remember they're both very young at the same time. And so it is pretty unlikely to meet your forever person in your early 20s.
Correct.
It does happen. A lot of like really solid relationships I've learned, if they have started out younger in life, they actually end up lasting and they learn to grow together. I think the bottom line is, can they grow together? And I feel like they have. They've been showing us that so far. And I also think that relationships and family and all that stuff, it seems to happen a little bit faster when you're in the spotlight, because once you've achieved a lot in your career, and Addison and Bryce have both achieved so much at such a young age, it wouldn't be crazy for them to take this to the next level.
I totally agree with you. Yeah, things are very different when you're in the public eye. I mean, we saw it with Sean and Camila. We see it with Gigi and Zayn. They're moving at a faster pace because they've been through so much. So I think we're going to see the same thing happen with Addison and Bryce. Quite frankly, whether they're together or break up and get back together. But again, I also want to say, I love I guess he's Maryland's like northeast, right? With East Coast, with a southern girl. I feel like Addison, I'm from the South, so I'm a little biased, but I feel like Addison is just cracking the whip on what she wants, and I think that's also what's really working. Is he's like growing with her. And then of course she's growing so much through this newfound fame that she's found this year. So I just think, you know, it's a recipe for success in my opinion.
It is.
But you know, we'll see.
It so is. And you know, what you were saying earlier, you said Gigi and Zayn, and Gigi and Zayn is actually a great example to look at this relationship and kind of compare them, because Gigi and Zayn had been off and on for so many years, but I feel like they also knew what I feel like Bryce and Addison know, is that they were the right match from the start. But it took a lot of work. so I mean, not like predicting this, but I mean, it would, like, you know, Addison could be pregnant in 5 years from Bryce. I mean, it's possible. I'm not saying that's going to happen.
I'm not laughing at what you said. I wasn't expecting that.
No, but
right,
that could
from
be,
you.
I mean, or Addison will turn into a supermodel and have really bad design taste. It's like one of the things is going,
Something is going to happen, and it's going to be good, though. These two, we think they're going to end up together. That's what we think. You guys let us know what you think in the comments here.
I mean, is anyone else having fever dreams from Gigi Hadid's decor? Because I personally am.
Gabby's not a fan.
I'm just not a fan of it. Okay,
I'm
we'll do
kind
some
of into
shout outs right now. Okay,
Yeah.
Tori, you get a shout out. Hi, Tori. Yes, I love you. You guys stan Zayn. So do we. We love Zayn. He's great.
Ooh, Bradison and Jads.
Well, that's what people. There was a tweet. They tweeted it.
I know.
Like, Bradison and Jads is gonna change. Is gonna make 2020, and like
I'm here for it.
We're here for
I
it.
hope
we
so.
love it because
I
we've
love-
been seeing Jads a lot, hanging out more and more.
They make a good team. I also just love Mads. I have nothing but amazing things to say about her. To be so young, these girls to be so young and so powerful. It's really cool to see.
Zippa, you got a shout out. Okay. Yeah, guys, we.
Amelia, what's up, girlfriends?
What is up? Caitlin, hello, Caitlin. Hi.
Someone said,
Oh my goodness, you guys are like going crazy right now. Zebo, we keep shouting you.
For Hollywire? Yeah, let's talk about Hollywire shows, you guys. So if you don't know, you know now. Gabby co-hosts a show called Glamwire. We talk about makeup, we talk about fashion, we talk about trends, about everything going on in the beauty world. We also have a brand new show called The Comment Section. This is another news show for you guys, but we kind of get into the comment section with you guys. It's really hilarious. You have to tune into that. And then, of course, all of our Hollywire interviews.
The lives on Instagram.
Hollywire
The
news.
news. We try our best to keep you updated with the latest and greatest, so you are always in the know, so you know what to say and what's going on.
Definitely.
And we always do that.
Yeah.
Shout out for Riley. Hello. Shout out for all you guys. Shout out for my stuff. That's just in my stuff. Okay. Shout out for Amanda. Shout out Susanna, Autumn. Hey guys, thank you guys so much for watching. You are here. We love you.
We love you guys. We see all your comments. Again, if you haven't seen Gabby and I's mean comment segment, also go watch that.
Yeah, go watch that and let us know what you guys think about Bradison and keep watching Hollywire and Hollywire news. So yeah, I'm Gabby Conti.
I'm Jana Rosenberg, and keep it here for more only on Hollywire. Bradison.